Good evening. Terrible House is a show about 6 strangers, men and women, sharing a house, living together, and we make fun of how they interact with each other. All that we've prepared is a beautiful home, a blue Toyota, and a stupid yellow ugly SUV. There's no script at all. Wink. Hey, how's it going? This is Yoshi here. I am here to talk about my favorite releases from Japanese idol groups in 2016. I'll be talking about 10 PVs and 10 singles from last year. Take a look. Alright, so let's talk about PVs first. Coming in at number 10 is Rocket Japonica's Kyoka Shock. Kyoka Shock references school textbooks. Each members of Rocket Japonica are assigned a subject in school. Each member of Rocket Japonica is pulled through the city and their suburbs and areas, whatever. And it's fun. I haven't seen anything quite like that. And they use like stop motion, slow motion techniques to enhance the visual aspects of it, I guess. This PV is very cool. The school concept goes throughout the PV. The members, when they're singing in the performance shots, they are singing into chalkboard eraser mics. So it's pretty different. And I think their outfits are one of the better outfits of last year. At number 9, we have Gem's Fine, Fly for the Future. The PV is very straightforward. It's focused on performance shots and choreography rather than storylines or anything like that. It's got a nice contrast of white, black, and silver, and there's like a costume change in the middle of it, which keeps it a little fresh. And yeah, the camera work makes the choreography feel really big and grand, and it makes it look sharp. AKB48's High Tension comes in at number 8. High Tension features cool locations. Two of my favorite ones were the robot restaurant, which is always fantastic to see. It's really colorful. And a boat. They rented a boat, and it looks cool. That's all you can say. The PV's really bright, really colorful, and the members look like they're having a lot of fun filming it. There is a little bit of an issue with the lack of lip syncing by the members. There are noticeable amounts of not singing going on, and it kind of kills immersion, but the PV's so nice to look at, I overlook it. My number 7 PV of 2016 is More Clovers' Decoration. It's a really visually slick and clean PV. Each member has a theme and a concept attached to them. The two main ones that I really like is the one where Tamai Shiori, she is part of the Kuroneko delivery service, which is an actual delivery service. So I don't know if they got the rights for that or whatever, but it's pretty cool. And Takagi Reni has a fishing service where she fishes the fish and delivers it to you, I guess. What makes this PV that's shot in a very straightforward warehouse studio looking place is how big it feels. It feels huge. It's mainly because of the delivery trucks that's being used and the amount of background dancers. There's so many background dancers, and it makes the whole production feel like a musical theater production, and super grand. Coming in at number 6 is Atarashi Gakko no Leaders Gakko Ikea. The PV is a story-driven PV. It's about the members of Atarashi Gakko no Leaders being sent out on a school project to figure out what seishun is, and they collect tears of youth and make potato chips out of it. And the potato chips come into play because the PV was sponsored by Koikea, which is a company that makes snacks. It's a nicely shot PV. It's super funny, goofy shots, and it's a well-done, great debut. Kobushi Factory's Osu Kobushi Damashi is my number 5 favorite PV of the year. It's a simple and clean PV, which kind of looks boring on the surface, but I think the concept of the members wearing Oendon outfits and performing in a convention hall of some kind is super interesting. It's different. You don't really see that, and it's kind of goofy, and I do enjoy it for that. I don't know why, but for some reason it works for me. I think it's just fun to watch. At number 4, I have Bish's Monsters. This PV is ridiculous. It's super cleanly shot, but it is just dumb and incredibly stupid. There's a foreign drill sergeant that's yelling at the members, and he lived that character. He was literally trying to be the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. And the entire time when he's screaming, he is singing the lyrics, and he mouths the lyrics perfectly. I know it's trying to be a goofy PV, but I wish maybe the fight scenes were a little bit more interesting. Coming in at number 3 is Wasta Ultra Mirakuru Ultimate Choco Beam. Think of the dumbest thing you've seen in the past year. Multiply it by 100. This is what this PV is. This PV is just full of questions. Why are the members cat girls? Why are the cat girls the main characters of an RPG game? Why are they beating up a Triceratops? And at the end, why do they become friends with a Triceratops? I don't know. I don't have the answers. Now, Wasta is under Avex, and Avex doesn't really do crazy stuff like what Stardust would do, but they've shown with Wasta and then signing Takoyaki Rainbow that they're willing to go into the goofier idol route. Niji no Conquistador Sanjo no Saint Valentine comes in at number 2. It's a fun PV where the members are battling each other to give their chocolates to their crushes. It just so happens that they have a rival, which happens to be another member of Niji no Conquistador. There's a lot of cheesy fighting going on, so if you're not into cheesy action, this PV is not for you. There's a lot of dumb stuff like two members battling each other with guns, and you see the bullets traveling like it's from the Matrix. So there's a lot of dumb stuff going on, but it's super goofy and really charming. There is Japan filter on this PV. If you don't know what Japan filter is, it's the technique in Japan that is used very often in music videos where it looks like they poured milk on the camera lens. And it's not my favorite look, but I'm willing to overlook it for this fun, goofy PV. Drum roll, please! Coming in at number 1, More Clovers Zet's Mahoro Vacation. It's a super crisp PV. It's beautifully shot, and the colors are super bright. It's a really fun concept with Buddhism. There's yoga going on, there are monks, and there's a lot of references to Buddhism in the song as well. They're wearing those crazy wigs that they tend to wear for dance shots and PVs, so that's kind of not that great, but I think the modified kimonos that they're wearing are awesome. I think my favorite part of Mahoro Vacation, outside of the members doing yoga, are the Buddhist monks. There's one playing bass, there's one playing drums, and there's an MC. It's super cool, super fun. You have to check it out. It's awesome. We've talked about my top 10 PVs of 2016. Let's talk about my top 10 singles of 2016. Coming in at number 10 is Maison Book Girl, Cloudy Irony. Cloudy Irony is a sort of a depressing song. It's very emotional. It's reminiscent to the emo rock music that I used to listen to as a kid, when I was a teenager. What really stood out to me was the acoustic guitar work. The sound of the acoustic guitar would switch from your left speaker to your right speaker on and off. And I thought that was really cool. For such a sad sounding song, it's actually very catchy and actually has a motivating factor to it. It's kind of uplifting. Number 9 is Supergirls, Love Summer. Love Summer is a super straightforward, really, you could call it generic, idol pop song. It has cheesy, overused synth horns that you hear in every other idol summer song, seemingly. But the song is so catchy. So you can kind of overlook the predictable nature of it. I just have a hard time getting that song out of my head if it gets stuck in my head. And it's probably the best summer song, but I also have to give props to Shakunetsu's Summer by Arai Hitomi and Shida Yumi. They had a great summer song as well. Coming in at number 8 is Paspo's Bachelorette wa Owaranai. It's a classic Paspo rock song. There's nothing new to it. It reminds me of, pop punk, similar to that of Fall Out Boy, which I used to listen to quite a bit. So it has some nostalgia feels to it. This song has a really good hook. So if you're a fan of Paspo, this should be totally up your alley. My number 7 single for 2016 is Tokyo Girl Style, Mille Filles. My first impression of this song wasn't great. They released this half-ass PV that was like a making of footage. Didn't really like it. The song didn't really make sense with the visuals going on, so I didn't really feel the song, but after multiple listens, it just started growing on me very quickly. It's a cool song. It's hip. It has electro dance pop elements to it, so it's one of those types. Makes me think, is TGS back? Were they even gone to begin with? At number 6, we have Yume Miru Adolescence, Mai Gene. It's an instantly catchy song. It's got a super great attitude. It feels like a teen angst song, but it's got similar feel to something like, what is that song? by No Sleeves, Kirigiri Sujin. It's got like this dancey rock feel to it. It's got a really epic chorus. It feels mature and yet playful at the same time. It's a really good song. Number 5 is Niji no Conquistador, Senjo no Saint Valentine. It's a really good girl power song. It's got a great attitude, a lot of oomph to the singing, which makes it really powerful. The song has a great funky bass line, and it's incredibly catchy. Coming in at number 4 is Morning Musume 16, Utakata Saturday Night. This song feels like Tsunku wrote it, and my favorite Tsunku stuff happens to be the funky songs, so this is totally up my alley. It's an incredibly catchy chorus. It's a song that you could sing along with your friends. I know Kenny from our site really wants to sing it at karaoke. Hopefully, he's had the chance to do it now. My number 3 single for 2016 is Kobushi Factory, Sakura Night Fever, Chotto Guchoku ni Chotto Tsumoshin, Os Kobushi Damashi. All 3 of those songs are good to great. I know it's a little unfair to judge all 3 songs and add it up and push it up towards the top, but that's not really the case. It's mainly up here for Os Kobushi Damashi. I think it's an incredible song. It feels like this 90s throwback song that, J-pop specifically, and I think it is easily the best of the 3. But, Chotto Guchoku is also a pretty good song. It's written by Hyadain. It's got goofy energy and really belting vocals that go with it, That's Kobushi. At number 2, I have Anjuremu. Umaku ienai, ai no tame kyou made shinka shite kita ningen, ai no tame subete taika shite kita ningen, and wasurete ageru. I only needed one reason to put this triple A side at number 2. It's Umaku ienai. It is Nakajima Takui sprinkling his magic onto Anjuremu again. It has a similar feel to Taiki Bansei, which is a great thing, and it's probably the catchiest chorus of the year. It's a chorus that repeats very well. It gets stuck in your head very quickly, and there's a cool bridge in the middle where there's a minor key change. Everything just works together. Nakajima Takui, he is a god. My favorite single of 2016 goes to Gem's Spotlight. This is Gem's most mature single to date. It focuses on the power and depth of the melodies and the music, rather than just being overly catchy or super sugary. The instrumentals and the melodies makes it feel very regal and epic, uplifting. It just has this super, super powerful feel to it. The song itself is super well built. It flows from the verse, the pre-chorus, to the chorus, and once it gets to the chorus, the build-up just explodes into this grand energy, and it's super high impact and incredibly, incredibly powerful. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed my list. I hope you check out the stuff that you're not familiar with and take a look and see if you like it for yourself, and let me know how that goes. Thank you.